wanna be famous, they act like they made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas, just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause, ice on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Down, ready, back 25. 53. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
On second and 9, Ryan complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Throwing now is Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight. And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest four. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ryan. He's got Sanu. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They run. Devontae Freeman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Ryan dancing to his left. He's going to take Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 40. Yard line, that's where they'll take over.
Big stop, let's go!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina, and then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. ...58 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And the kick here, no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second and 9, Wentz. And some space here. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So first and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a second down. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Forced out to his left. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? On the keeper, here's Ryan. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Face mask. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we have reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Eagle 6. Matt Bosher to kick off for
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And now it's second down. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. time left to go out and get that victory.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal. doing it, makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
I know he ain't got it. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 4.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Here's Ryan to throw. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception. Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Jeffrey may be in some pain. It appears so. He's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And he's got more tie. Complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tyler Davison. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz going to look deep for Jeffrey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Ready, 280. Watch the curve. All right, 25 tonight. Ready to go.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the whip. Sponge.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated
dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, they will not stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance.
tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need it. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display. On myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for...
Welcome, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this is your first Ultimate Challenge. Juju has built himself a pretty solid Mutt team, and he is lending it to you to get you rolling. Your goal is simple. Just pick up at least 5 yards on offense to get the win and unlock the next challenge. Let's get right to the action. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And just like that, you've won your first Ultimate Challenge and secured your first star. Congratulations. All right, next up, you must put the ball in the end zone to win this challenge. Do so, and you'll receive another star plus a Juju player item to add to your own lineup. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And it's a touchdown. Well done there.